Alright, just a really quick one here today. Um, yeah, sat through taping this one. Had an early lean that I was gonna look to bet, but yeah, I won't waste your time. Probably not gonna bet this fight. Still broke it down. Still watched all their fucking decisions and stuff. So I'll still give you a prediction. Um, and a bet if you like what I would bet if I had fucking money given to me and then they told me I had to bet on this fight, then I'd tell you what bet I'd make. But yeah, we'll start off anyway. Start off with Andrew Sanchez first. He's a grinder. Yeah, fucking, he's a real grinder. His striking techniques, he kind of has that wide karate stance, steps in for the 1-2. Um, yeah, right straight, body kick, throws it sometimes. Mostly, probably a grappler, I would say, mostly. He's got a nice single leg, takes it into a driving double leg. Driving double, that's probably his bread and butter, I'd say, to get opponents down, is the driving double leg. But besides that, he kind of just holds them against the fence. Yeah, when he's got him against the fence, he'll look for knees in the clinch, get a body lock, and then an outside leg trip, take the opponents down, get them off balance. He'll get a single leg, run the pipe to finish. I think he pulled that on Khalil. Can't really remember. He likes to sit in half guard and while his opponent's pressed up against the fence and just look to land, some ground and pound. It isn't the most devastating ground and pound, but it's definitely, if he did that for a whole round, it could easily be a 10-8, which it was in the Khalil fight. Marvin Vettori. I don't know. I don't really like this guy very much. Didn't really like how he went into the fight with Adesanya. I think he's a little bit of a fucking whinger. Always, always fucking gets eye poked about twice around. Yeah, I just don't like him. I don't like the look of him. I don't like his fighting style. But whatever. Still have to fucking break him down. Yeah, so his striking techniques, he's got a nice body kick, southpaw versus orthodox stance. Nice straight left, I guess. He's also got the blitz 1-2, because he kind of just rushes forward. He's kind of brash, young guy. Probably thinks he's invincible. When he's on top, he'll throw some short elbows. He's got a fair bit of power behind him. He's got a pretty big upper body. He'll catch a kick and try to ground the opponent. And look to land those short elbows. So how they win? El Dirte, clinch work against the fence. His cardio looks a little bit better in his last two fights. He's got good takedown defense. He's cleaned up his striking a little bit, little less overhand, little less lunging hooks. You know the deal. How Vettori wins. He's pretty quick for 185. He's got good cardio, maybe borderline like really good cardio. He's got a good sprawl, good chin, good get ups. Got up from Antonio Carlos Jr. shoe face when he was on bottom. How he loses though, he gets kind of sucked into brawls. That's a young fighter thing as well. As soon as he matures, he could be a problem because he would definitely shore up a lot of the holes in his game. Also chain wrestling, which Andrew Sanchez does kind of bring up to this matchup, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so he's pretty good at defending the initial takedown shot, pretty good at defending the entry, stuffing it, making them fight for underhooks. But, I guess they just kind of wear him down and, yeah, he doesn't break away quickly. He kind of just sits in the clinch or defending the takedowns, gets a little bit complacent maybe. How Sanchez loses, his hands hang low after he punches. He's very hittable when he's tired. His head movement stops, which he relies on. And his hands are low still, so it's a recipe for disaster. He telegraphs most of his punches by stepping into range, and he doesn't fake much. Or he doesn't feint much, sorry. Same thing. So the step in is, it telegraphs his intentions because they know he's going to fucking throw hands because he doesn't fake. So, yeah. He's got 1.5 round cardio. His cardio, there's no way to beat around the bush. His cardio absolutely fucking sucks. I didn't know it was this bad until I watched all of his old fights. But yeah, it's fucking terrible, isn't it? I don't know. He's like a chain smoker or something, because it's really bad. Yeah, he has trouble keeping his opponents down. Once he gets them down, his boxing isn't very good. Shoots for single legs from distance, and without setting them up. He did that in his last fight against Berriot, but Berriot has the worst takedown defense. But yeah, so he could, if he runs into someone quick like Vettori, he could run into a knee. X factors for this fight: Alderte's now at TriStar. He's got a good coach in Faraz Sahabi, very intelligent mixed martial art coach, and definitely a big cardio advantage for Marvin Vettori, which I could think could be the undoing to this matchup. Past the victory for Vettori, work the body kicks, body rips if you get in close, kind of hard with that wide karate stance. Sprawl and brawl, stuff takedowns, beat him up on the feet, stay away from the cage, or break away from the cage if he tries to clinch up with you. Put on a pace that Sanchez can't keep up with. Past the victory for Sanchez, body kick. He'll be open with the southpaw versus orthodox. It's one of your main weapons, so you might as well use it. Don't go crazy if a TKO opportunity presents itself. You did that in the Ryan James fight, and it didn't work. You don't have the absolute huge power to put opponents out. You're just gonna have to live with that. Yeah, use your wrestling at the end of the rounds instead of the start of the rounds, so the judges actually fucking remember what you did. And yeah, don't brawl. Vettori's he's probably got a better chin. He's got quicker hands, more nicer hands. So the tip is gonna have to be good old Marvin. Yeah. By decision, I'd have to say. But I don't think he should be that heavily favoured. I don't think Marvin Vettori should be heavily favoured against anyone. And I was surprised to see him this heavily favoured against Andrew Sanchez. He's decent. The only thing wrong about Sanchez, the only thing that's keeping me from betting him is that his cardio is fucking terrible, and Marvin's is really good. So he's gonna have to win the first 2 rounds because he's not winning the fucking third. You could maybe even bet Marvin Vettori TKO round or submission. Just Marvin Vettori in round 3. Maybe that'll be like $11, $13. Maybe, put some beer money on that maybe. But yeah, the bet, looking at these options right now, I'd probably have to say Sanchez by decision is probably the most value there right now. Or if you want to go, Sanchez, just the money line, that's fine if you're a little bit more risk averse. I'm not going to play it because I was going to do that exact play, Sanchez by decision, when I saw the odds for the money line. But and then I just watched the tape, and his takedowns aren't that good, and they're not that they're not that reliable. He kind of just relies on clinch work and just grinding. But but he doesn't have the cardio to back it up, so it's quite infuriating to watch. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with bloody yeah, fuck, I thought I lost my screencaster-matic free version for a sec. I'm gonna have to go with Vettori for this one, unfortunately.